Last episode, Chuff splashed, and now we take the engine out for a test drive, and we help a little dog and her puppies.
Gather round all you floaters.
I'm basically using my finger as a
I got a story to tell. How 30 days in a boatyard turned into 13 months of hell. You know I got them low down boatyard blues.
So everything went well. The engine's running perfectly. You guys heard that noise. That's the only problem we're having right now. It seems to be the cutlass bearing. So there's a possibility. It's a new cutlass bearing, but it was replaced our last haul out. So it is like a year and a bit old. And Jim's just squishing stuff in the background, making all this noise, being a little sneak. But yeah. It is a relatively new cutlass bearing, but Rafa's wondering whether it might have gotten tightened a little bit too much, the screws, or it could just be stiff because it's been sitting out for so long. So the plan is, while we're on the dock, we're going to be running the engine every day anyway for a little bit on the dock for the next couple of days. So it might just go away on its own as the new shaft spins in the cutlass bearing. It might just wear the rubber and let enough lubrication in that noise goes away. The good news is we can motor at 1500 RPM and we were getting like 3.9 knots, and then at like 2000 RPM we were getting 4.6, at times 4.8 knots, which is way faster than we used to go. We would get that at like, I think around like 2,800 RPM, we would get like 5 to 5.5 knots, and now we're getting 5 knots at like a lot lower RPM, so it's pretty sweet. Yeah, so that's the update. We're in the water. We're surrounded by water. When I came up from below deck after checking the through holes, I was like, oh yeah, we're in the water. It's exciting. So yeah, hopefully we'll just be doing a lot of tests these next coming days. And Rafa's been like super awesome. Definitely if you're in Mexico and you need a mechanic. He also does like a lot of other boat services. He has an entire workshop. We would highly recommend him because he's helped us with a lot of things. He's taught us a lot. He's a really nice guy. We're so glad we paid a professional to come and do this with us. It was 100% worth it. Yeah, we're chuffed. Alright, Rafa has gone, and it's our first time starting the engine ourselves. I feel weirdly nervous even though it's working fine. Okay. Okay, so we don't have a key now either, so it's different. So we power on. Yanmar. Everything's happy. And then we press start. That was quick, holy. That was really quick. I was like getting ready to be like, wee. Like in a lot quieter than the old engine. No leaks. Engine seems to be running nicely. And it seems like that noise may have gone away already, so I suspect it was just that the cutlass bearing, like Raphael thought, is just kind of really dried out and needed to like really sit in the water to get kind of lubricated again. So we'll find out when we take her for a proper test spin. But we got a couple of days on the dock and we'll be running the engine on the dock. It's in gear right now, so it tied off really well. And then we got to just check all the alignment and check everything again once we've sat for a couple of days and run the engine and done everything normally. And otherwise we're going to spend a few days cleaning the boat up because it's much cleaner than it was. But you know, we still got a bit to do. So that's the plan for the next few days. Back in Puerto Madero, we'd been called in to check on a heavily pregnant dog that we knew from the vaccine campaign. Yo puedo escuchar los corazones de los perritos. Así es bien, sí.
Can you say that again?
I can hear the puppy's heartbeats, at least one, so that's good. Tigger hadn't been eating and seemed unwell, and her owners were very, very worried about her given how pregnant she was. Cutie, isn't she? There we go. You guys may remember Tigger because she came for vaccinations at last December's vaccine campaign. She is pregnant now. We came back and she was very, very pregnant. So she obviously didn't attend the spay and neuter campaign, but that's okay. Her owner was really worried about her because she didn't eat yesterday. And then today she's also not eaten and started hiding back here. The owners thought she wasn't giving birth for another 2 weeks, but all the signs point to her giving birth in the next 24 hours. Her temperature's only 37.4, which is about half a degree to a degree lower than normal for a dog, and that happens about 24 hours before they give birth. She's panting, she's nesting, she's not eating, sometimes they start vomiting. So hopefully that's all that's happening, which is good. Así, yo pienso ojalá todo está bien y ella va a tener los cachorros en el próximo día. Porque su temperatura es un poco bajo. Así ojalá es solo ella va a tener los perritos pronto. Así. Sí, y es normal, la respiración es más alta también. Sí, a veces para los dos. We left Tigger to do her thing, and back at the boat we did ours.
Well, it started with an ad. Got a stupid good deal on a boat. Needed a little work. But the truth is the damn thing hardly flows. First I drank my scupper. But they were project from the right. Went to start a diesel engine. But I found she was all seized up.
Yeah. Floating dinghy. What more could one ask for?
Torture, blood, sweat, and tears. You know I got them dirty low down
On top of Chuffed.
So I found me a cheap yard, put her up on blocks. Now everything
The mast
I do
is dirty.
makes everybody gag. Acidic
Hey, I guess in there we're just gonna have to spray.
Putting on that boat. You know it's an environment.
We went to visit Tigger the next day to make sure everything went well and that the new puppies were looking healthy. We checked over each puppy and gave Tigger a good check over too. She had less milk than normal, so we gave her some medication to increase milk letdown and supplement fed the weaker puppies. Sí, este es gordo, ¿no? Sí, pero este es más chiquito.
No, los de nuevo nacieron bien gordos.
Sí, yo pienso este tiene mucho fuerza, pero... Alright, so we've got a little bit of lactose-free milk here. Unfortunately, this time of day we can't get puppy milk. It's the day before Easter and everything's closed. And the vets don't consider buying puppy milk an emergency. So we're just using lactose-free milk diluted with water, and I'm just going to give the puppies a little supplement, and I've got some chicken to give her a tablet. Sí, pero tiene 5 así.
Quedaron.
Hay mucho.
Se murió de bien bonito, gordo, el que se murió. Hay un llorón
That's
ahí
good.
como llora.
Sorry, Julieta, lo siento. Hola, amor. No, no, ya. A little trick of putting the tablet in there. Let's see if it works. Hey, Papa, want a big piece of chicken? Mmm. Yum. Need a bit more chicken for you. Sí, it's leche.
Aquí está.
Ah, gracias. ¿Quieres un poco? Sí. Chica. ¿Quieres that? ¿Quieres leche? Yeah. Oh, qué bien. A ver si un poquito.
La cosa no tiene grasa, va. Ella eso sí quería.
So I'm basically using my finger as a teat and then just putting a little milk at the end so it slowly drips in. And I'm dripping milk all over my brace that I can't wash because I have to wear it every day. Lovely. It's not routine to feed the baby on the mother's back, but she apparently wants to be in my lap. Oh my god. We'll be keeping a close eye on our new mum and her puppies over the next few days. A big thank you to our patrons who make our work with animals possible. You can become a patron and help dogs like Tigger by following the links below. Until next episode, stay chuffed everybody.